Hey, Jack Squad, how everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing fine. And I hope that you are making it happen for yourself. Why? Because that's what we got to do, right? So anyway, y'all, before I get started, I want y'all to drop down in the description box and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And the reason why I hesitated, because I want to make sure I have my subs. I do. I got my subs. And I got my spectacles. All right. Um, so my subs for today are Tracy Griffin. And Tracy, I like my subscribers because y'all just don't know, y'all give me love, all of y'all, right? And she has been paying attention to my little costume jewelry that I wear because I love me some costume jewelry. Anybody know me know I love my jewels. If I had some real money, I'd have some stuff, right? And so that's Tracy Griffin. And then we have Traffic Jam. And then Stylish Bronx Leo. Okay? Stylish Bronx Leo. Those are my subscribers of the day. Now today, y'all, I'm just going to wing it, right? I'm going to wing it. I'm just going to go off the top of my head because I just watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's fresh on my mind, right? We didn't have Miss Wanda, country messy ass today. She might be banned. She might be sanctioned for a while, right? Till she learned how to act, so she in timeout. But we did have a lot of heart-to-heart conversations, right? I like that because we're getting back to what we was doing. So it started off with the Maurice called a meeting with his stepson. Forget his name that quick. And Kimmy, right? Now, when people are very successful and very very driven just in life, naturally, they want the people around them to be the same way. But everybody is not the same. All flowers do not bloom at the same time. The young man has gotten his degree. He got the degree. He didn't go to penitentiary. He didn't drop out of school. He went to college and he has his degree. Now, this is the problem a lot of folks have a hard time with. He's trying to find himself. What do I do now? I have went to college. I have a degree. What I'm about to do? He don't know what he's about to do. Because a lot of times, let me just tell you what I think from a mother's perspective. So most children who grew up in a single-parent household, they're in an urban area, they know they got to do better to get up out of that situation if they don't want to be in that. So a lot of times their mind is on what they're going to do, but they don't have a means to do it, right? Now, Kimmy's son, on the other hand, his mom is a nurse. Even though he come out of a single parent household, his mom was a nurse. She didn't pay for all his students. She paid for his college. So he ain't got no student loans. He is in a great position in life. I got student loans. I got a cousin that's older than me. She's about 10 years older than me. She's talking about her student loans the other day. So student loans go with you till you die. So my daughter-in-law, her grandmother, somebody paid off her student loans. You're in a great position. Now, people of means can do that for you. So a lot of times when children come from a family of means, they sort of drift around because there's no urgent pressing to do something else. They have time to think about what it is they want to do, as opposed to somebody, your mama's single, your only parent is your mom. She's struggling. She might be working 2 jobs. She might be on assistance. She might be just trying to make it day to day. You got to get out here and do something so your mama and grandmama, nephews and nieces can get out of that situation. But like I said, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just 2 different lifestyles. So Maurice has been pressing this young man every time we see him about what you gonna do. Now the man is working. The young man is working. He's just not. I don't think he's doing what Maurice wants him to do. And Maurice is pushing entrepreneurship, which I'm down with that. I believe we all need to get our own money. I've been saying that for the longest. I was saying that when it wasn't popular. I was doing that when it wasn't popular. Now that times have changed, the pandemic has come, situations has happened politically, people are saying that you need to figure out how to get your own money, right? Well, at any rate, Kimmy, on the other hand, is a nurse. She's a caregiver, right? She's a caregiver. That's a very passionate career. It's more than a job; it's a career, right? So she's okay with her son just working a job. Like I said, Maurice, on the other hand, he comes from a long line of entrepreneurs. I think his dad, his uncles, and him and his brothers. They doing stuff, so they making their own way. And so the young man is caught in the middle, and I don't know. Like, he doesn't have a lot of personality, to me. So a lot of times, he may be a little bit introverted, maybe. A lot of times, when you don't have a lot of personality, it's hard for you to navigate through life, And I think that's where he's at. He has his degree, and I guess all them years he was going to school, he wasn't thinking about what I'm going to be when I grow up. Just wasn't thinking about that, right? So now he's being pressed to think of that. When he feels like, I got a job, that's enough. I don't get the job, it might be don't pay a lot or whatever, but he has a job, he's living rent free. So he doesn't have an urgent need or desire to figure it out right now. His student loans are paid. Well, I don't know if he had it because Kimmy paid for it out of her pocket. Paid. He's living rent free. He don't have an urgent need. He doesn't have an urgent need, right? Now, I understand because Maurice is coming from a man perspective, and this is what needs to happen in the black community. More men like Maurice to push these young black men. Because if not, then they get my age and they don't want to do nothing. I meet so many guys, y'all. Here we go again talking about my singleness, but I just have to speak on it. I meet so many men that are 50 plus and still ain't got it together. And then they want you to be understanding. Yeah, well, I'm trying. I talked to a guy the other day. Well, I'm trying. I'm picking up the pieces. What? So what was you doing before now? These 50 years before, what was you doing? Like, I can't, at this stage of the game, I feel for you, bro. I do. I'm going to pray for you. But I can't sit back and wait for you to establish yourself. Like, bro didn't have no car. He was living with his aunties and cousins and them in the house. He did have a job. He worked at a chicken place. There's a chicken place down here. Bojangles or something, right? He would fry the chicken. He the chicken fryer, right? You ain't got enough. And I try to be, I'm not talking about monetarily. So, again, you need to have your own place, a car, a job. I don't give a damn if you sweep floors for a living, as long as you have a job to take care of you, right? Well, anyway, like I was saying, I digress. Because this is an important issue to me, and I don't know if people realize how important this issue is in Black America. It's something that is not being talked about. We missed having fathers in our household, and I believe that's the biggest issue. And I'm going to talk about that on one of my lives. We missed the reason why fathers you need to grow up with your dad. Why it's two people? Because these men are not being pushed. They're not being talked to. And so then they just go on about their life. And then they turn 30, 40, 50, right? And they're not ready for the world. You 100 years old, you're still not ready for the world. So I get where Maurice is coming from. He's coming from a man's perspective, a real man's perspective. I get where Kimmy is coming from. She's like, he'll figure it out. He will figure it out. That's what mothers do. They a little light. I was a little hard on my boys, but because I didn't want them to go down the path of the sorry Negro. Okay? I had to be mama and daddy, right? But at any rate, that was a nice conversation. So the young man said, he said, listen, I hear your side. Let me figure it out. He said, now if a year or two go by, then we might have to have this discussion again. And Maurice said, we don't never have to have the discussion. I've said what I've had to say. Go forth, young man. So, okay, so that was a nice family conversation, right? And I liked how, Maurice is building this building, and everybody's going to have an office space. And this young man, even though that's his stepson, he calls him his son. I like that. That is his son. I've never been one to believe in the stepbrother, stepmother, what do people used to say, half sister and all that. if you come from the same place, just because y'all don't have both of the same parents, if your mama got 5 kids by 5 different men, y'all still all sisters and brothers. Y'all came from the same place. If your daddy got 5 kids from different women, y'all still brothers and sisters. Y'all come from the same place. I never, ever, ever believed in that, like saying that half and step and all. I just didn't do that. Because it's not necessary. You try to build a family unit, so boom. So anyway, then we got Martell coming in to see Marceau. Now, let me tell y'all something. Last season, Marceau probably wasn't my favorite guy because he was such a male chauvinist. He is my favorite guy. He's my favorite guy. I like Maurice too, but Marceau is my favorite guy. I find myself attracted to Marceau. Just gonna put that out there. So Tisha, keep on messing around now. Keep on messing around. I'm gonna be down there in Huntsville. But anyway, he was showing his architect what he wants to do with another part of the building that he has acquired. And then here come Martell. Now, I find it odd a little bit. Martell is always on the set of Marceau. When he tried desperately to break up and cause friction in Marceau and Tisha's marriage, him and Melanie, right? And I'm gonna get to the Melanie portion in a minute. They tried, and this is why I didn't like them last season, because they was going through what they was going through. So now they want to put it on Marceau and Tisha. And they did a flashback to what Melanie said. Martell didn't have all these problems, so he started hanging around Marceau. Didn't like that. That's why I didn't like Melanie, because Tisha wasn't speaking up for herself, and she was basically saying her husband cheated because Marceau was cheating. Now, this is what I'm going to say. If me and you doing something, right? You get caught, you're caught. If I get caught, I'm caught. I'm not going to speak on what you did because you didn't get caught. That's what friends do. This is the reason why I didn't like Melanie and Martell last season. Because once they shit went raggedy, they started putting it off on Marceau. They wanted to break them up, and I didn't like that. That's ugly. I did not like that. I didn't like that at all, right? And now, this season, Melanie has forgot all of that she said. Evidently, Tisha's still holding on to it. And when you hurt someone, I'm going to say this in Tisha's defense. When you hurt someone, you can't tell them how to be hurt and how long to be hurt. You can't. Anyway, back to Martell and Marceau. So Martell comes in there and speaks with him. And Marceau told him, which made a lot of sense. He said, I'd be glad when you guys hit rock bottom. He said, you can't build unless you're at the bottom. You can't build it up unless you're at the bottom. He said, you keep trying to prevent from hitting the bottom. Go on and hit it so that you can grow. That made a lot of sense. Because every time I hit rock bottom, I came up stronger and better, right? So that made a lot of sense to him. And initially, Martell didn't get it. And then after Marceau explained it to him, he said, okay. He said, well, I'm really there. I'm there now. Now, what I want Martell to quit doing. Quit trying to say this girl cheated. When you can't call that's like the pot calling the kettle black. You can't keep talking about she cheated when you had even if let's just say she had sex with somebody 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4, 5 times. You had an ongoing relationship for years, which resulted in a whole human life. You got to stop that because you're looking a fool out in these streets. You got to stop that. You're looking a real fool out in these streets, Martell. You're looking bad out in these streets, right? You look bad. And you, in order to redeem yourself, like Marceau said, hit rock bottom, say, you know what? I messed up. If he would just be honest and say, I fell in love with the woman, because that's what he did. He fell in love with the woman, right? He was in love with 2 women. I don't even know that's possible, but I think that's what happened. He had strong feelings. He couldn't let her go. He couldn't let the side piece go. You had all this going on over there. And whatever Melanie wasn't doing, Melanie got to take some part of this too, because if your man, I said this before, if it's not nothing out the ordinary and it's some sexual stuff he wants you to do, you're going to have to do that. Learn how to do it or do it sometime or something. You'll have to do that, right? And because they're gonna go seek what they want. Men are hunters. Men are hunters. They're going to seek what they want. Period. Right? So anyway, him and Marceau had that conversation. Now, Marceau said something funny. He said every time he popping up, he said, I wonder after 5 pop-ups, do I get a free sandwich? You know what I'm saying? Marceau is a funny guy. He takes everything lightheartedly. Whereas he got Tisha, who's just a dumb ball firecracker, right? I guess they balance themselves out. You know what I'm saying? I guess they balance. Because Tisha's a very cute girl. She's a very cute chocolate girl. Her way of thinking and how she processes information is a little off, right? And, that comes from her mama. Look at her mama. But what I want her to do is, what she did today, she made Marceau, they got some kind, I've seen this before. This must be a new thing. They have like this bubble, because I think I seen Brett and them do it, and somebody else did it on TV. Got this little bubble that you can sit in, and she had a chef, and they prepared food, and it was a romantic atmosphere for her and her husband, and they talked. And even then, Macho Man Marceau said, I can make the money, I want you to be the wife. He still want her to just go and sit down somewhere. But everybody don't want to do that. Everybody don't want to do that. But at any rate, then here comes the crust of the meat and potatoes of the situation of the show. Destiny, who I'm finding myself liking her more and more. I didn't like her at first last season because she came in too strong. See, a lot of times when these people come on established reality shows, they get a spot and they come on too strong. It's just too much. Wait, hold up, like pump your brakes. They come on too strong. But she has now found her stride, and I like Destiny, right? Because it looks like she clearly wants peace in order for the group to function, right? Kimmy cool. And Kimmy look like she don't really care one way or another. Kimmy cool. I like Kimmy. So Destiny is friends with Melanie, and she has become friends with Tisha, and she wants them to mend it. So, and I know that could be awkward, because that friendship I told you I had, we had the same friends, and once our friends realized we weren't cool, we had one friend that was good friends with her, good friends with me. That happened after me and her were no longer friends. And she was like, I want us to all be good so that we can do stuff together. Well, at that point, I was past it because, I don't know why we stopped friendship, and I'm not, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of friends. My particular friend didn't have a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends. I got some friends I can give away. I got a lot of friends. People like me. I like people. Well, anyway, and that's ended up being a friend who was not really a friend. I'll tell y'all about that. I'm going to matter of fact, I'm going to do a video about that, what she did. But anyway, women are weird. Women can be very, very catty for no reason, right? For just no reason. I've never been that kind of woman. I like everybody. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I like everybody. That's just who I am. But anyway, so they get the shaman. Right? I got to look up with the shaman because the shaman's been on a lot of these reality shows. I know it's some type of spiritual healer or some type of spiritual guider of some sort, but I'm going to look up exactly what the shaman means. So I didn't know before because this lady's been on the show. She's Melanie's, I thought she was like a life coach or something. And Destiny said she met her because one of Melanie, she was somewhere with Melanie and she liked her and whatever. So when she introduced herself today, she said she was a shaman. Now, that can be alarming to people, especially when you come from a religion, because, black folks, we Christians, we don't, I don't know what that is. What's that, right? But, in today's society, you have to be a little more open. That don't stop you from being who you are, but it's okay to learn about other things, other religions and other things that people are doing, right? And so Kimmy and Tisha was a little put back by her saying she was a shaman. And the word she was using, like she used ashe, and they was like, well, what that mean? And she said, amen. There was a little put back on it. And I think that if you're this person, that before you get started, you need to explain a few things. Just explain a few things. Because, us black folks from good Baptist backgrounds, or Pentecostal, or whatever your background is, it's certain stuff we just don't do. We don't believe in, right? But anyway, so she said, I'm here to guide the situation, for healing amongst the friend group. Cool. I get it, right? Well, and then she gave him some terms, and then said pass it to the one you want to pass it to. So Destiny and Melanie, that was cool. Now, this is where I saw a glimpse of the old Melanie that I don't like. Because she ain't owning up to it. And I get Tisha what she's saying. It's just that Tisha's not quick-witted enough to verbally battle with Melanie. See, a lot of times on these reality shows, just like Kenya on Real Housewives of Atlanta, these women know what they want to say and they have their thoughts and their feelings, but they're not quick-witted enough to battle with Kenya. So Tisha's not quick-witted enough to battle with Melanie, and Melanie is animated. She's very animated, right? She got the voice already, so she's very animated. So anyway, when it was Melanie's turn, she gave Tisha the little paper that said understand. And she said she think her and Tisha just had a misunderstanding. Now, I am agreeing with Tisha today. Because Tisha said, I call bullshit. You know exactly what you did. It was not a misunderstanding. Then they flashed back to all the stuff that Melanie had said about their relationship. I get it, Tisha. I'm with you on this one. Because this is the whole reason why I stopped liking Melanie. Because once her relationship went bad, she tried to split Marcel and Tisha. Now, if she didn't know no better, Tisha ain't going nowhere. Marcel can have 3 girlfriends. Tisha ain't going nowhere. Why? Because she relies, and she said it today when they went to dinner, she relies heavily. So when there's a man and he's strong in his manhood, a woman don't want to give that up. When he's strong in his manhood, and Marcel is strong in his manhood. Tisha said, without you, it would not be no us. Psh, I knew that already. She ain't gonna never leave Marcel. Marcel want to do something really awful. Like bring the woman right on in the house and sit her down in the living room. Tisha ain't going nowhere. Because that's her guy. That's her guy. That is her guy, right? I knew that last season. She's not strong enough, I don't think, to be on her own anyway. A little dim-witted, even though she has a college degree and she's continuing her education now. Education, let me tell y'all something. You can get as many degrees as you want. That still don't give you common sense. That's a little tidbit for today. But she's not strong enough to be out here on her own. She needs Marcel or somebody like Marcel. So she ain't going nowhere. Never going nowhere, which I already knew that. So at any rate, Melanie must have known that. And I don't like the fact that Melanie keeps insinuating she know about her marriage than she do. If you knew more about her marriage, you should have been focusing on yours, and yours wouldn't have went away, Melanie. You've been doing what you need to do for your husband, and he wouldn't have been over there with the baby mama. Okay? So anyway, they sit down. So she said what she said, and then Tisha said, I call bullshit, right? Feel like something's on my arm. That's why I keep doing that. So Tisha said, well, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go home. Now, right at this episode, I went back to not liking Melanie because it was like, no, Tisha, don't leave. So Melanie started being all dramatic. What? I can't, if I wanted to break up your marriage, but I can't break up your marriage. You know, she was going on and on and on, the theatrics and all this and that. And Tisha just sat there and looked at her, right? Now, she said, you know what you did? And then what about that post you put up about my husband? And she said, what did I say about your husband? Tisha said, no, I'm not going to do this with you. Until you're ready to be honest, we can't go further until you're ready to be honest. And I get it. We can't have a friendship if you're not going to own up to what you did. And, you know, say, why did you do that? She said, you tried to break up my marriage, but it didn't work. I didn't like that. I saw a glimpse of the old Melanie from last season. I was like, I just started liking you, Melanie. You got to, you know, she was like, yo, he was doing stuff. You know, even if Marcel was doing it, because your marriage is on the fence, that don't mean you harm another woman because you know how it feels. That's something you take to your grave. Tisha find out when she need to find out. When God ready for her to find out, she'll find out. And I don't believe, maybe Marcel and Martell was out somewhere and Marcel may have cheated with somebody, you know, tricked off with somebody or flirted with somebody. He ain't have no ongoing relationship, which I told y'all that's worse to me. Yes, a sin is a sin, but to me it's levels. I ain't God. God say a sin is a sin. I say it's levels to it. That's what I say. So if you go out there and have sex with the woman behind the garbage can and come on back in the house, cool. But if you have a whole relationship with her and y'all getting feelings and catching feelings and doing all that No, that's something different, right? So anyway, I didn't like that. And so now Melanie made a big scene, all this ruckus, shaking her head. She was very theatrical. Then she get up and walk away. See, Melanie wants to be, she wants to be the one. And instead of saying, Tisha, I understand your feelings, what she should have said, since they were there at a retreat to heal, she should have said, okay, Tisha, I'm sorry. You know, but for whatever reason, she keeps saying Tisha don't want to let it go. Melanie don't want to let it go either. And you know, they always say hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people, right? So Melanie knows she can't fight with Kimmy. Destiny is her good best friend that she had. So Tisha is the target. Tisha has to understand that she's the target, right? She has to understand that she is the target. She is the target, right? So I didn't like that. Now, they're going to come back next week. And then I guess Tisha tells, the preview show, Tisha telling Marcel what happened. He said, well, if you want healing, you shouldn't have said I call bullshit. But I get why Tisha said that. Maybe she should have said something different, and it would have changed the dynamic and it went a little smoother. But the fact remains that Mel is not owning up to all that stuff she said about that woman's marriage. When you mess, let me tell y'all something. There's 3 things you can't mess with in my life. That's my kids, my man, and my money. And depending on what day that is, which one come first? Okay? Which one come first? And Tisha feels an attack, which it was, by Melanie on her marriage. The one thing that she got. That's all she got. That's all she got. And you want to attack that for no reason? I ain't did nothing to you. Because if it was really all about that and you thought Marcel was doing something, if you were my friend, you'd put me to the side, call me on the phone like, girl, listen, before it come out, let me tell you this, and that. You wanted to publicly humiliate and break them up. That's what you want to do because, you know, Melanie and Martell are the executive producers of the show. They put it all together with whoever, the production company. So I guess she felt if my shit gonna break up, I'm gonna break up everybody's. Wrong move, Mel. Wrong move. That's all I'm gonna say. Wrong move. You know? Anyway, Tisha wasn't that big of a crybaby today. I thought she was. I was cringing. My stomach was hurting because I was like, oh, we got to see crybaby Tisha. We didn't see crybaby Tisha. Tisha stood right up in it. She stood there in it. She stood in it, right? We didn't see old messy country tacky ass Miss Wanda. So it was a pretty good show. It was a show of feelings, right? It was a show of feelings. It wasn't as messy as I thought it was going to be. That's why I had no notes. You know, because it wasn't that messy. It wasn't a whole bunch of stuff like it was last week. It wasn't a whole bunch of stuff going on. It was just basically a good show about feelings. And you know, like I told y'all before, the reason why I started watching this show, because it was a feel-good black show. You know, it was a feel-good show until Martell started cheating. He messed it up. He got to fix it. Him and Melanie are the bad seeds of the bunch. Even though they started the show and they put it together and all that, they're the bad seeds. They're the bad seeds. So again, let me say my subscribers. We got Tracy Griffin, Traffic Jam, and Stylish Bronx Leo. Okay? All right, y'all. Don't forget to drop down in the description box and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue to comment. Continue to share. Continue to like. I'm going to have my live. It's going to be Friday at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Hope we don't have no technical difficulties. If we do, we do. Show gonna go on, right? And the topic is going to be a baby won't keep a man. A baby will not keep a man. And I want everybody, when you come on, to like. Make sure you like. You know, if it's 20 of us, everybody, all 20 to like. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. We're going to have a good dialogue about this. This is a good hot topic. And anything else you all want to talk about on the live or anything else you all want me to talk about on the video, please, in the comments, let me know. Email me. Let me know. A lot of my subscribers email me. All my social medias is in the description box. Get at me, y'all. Let me know what y'all thinking. Listen, let me tell you something. You guys, I've been in this house almost a year by myself, and I've had a good time. Now, I ain't, yesterday was a little warm. I was like, damn, I want to go outside, put some clothes on and be cute. But that went away because, it went away. So everybody that's taking a shot, good. Take the shot. So I can come out the house, right? A lot of my friends are taking a shot. A lot of my friends. I see it all day long on Facebook. Everybody's taking a shot. That's wonderful. I ain't taking it because I'm too scary for that shit. But everybody take the shot. I'm going to be with the herd immunity. I'm going to continue to take my vitamins. I take a lot of vitamins every day. I take a lot of vitamins, right? And I have stayed away from people when I go outside. Let me tell y'all something. I went to Walmart today. And I had to go to Walmart. I don't like going to Walmarts. And I had to go to Walmarts because I made me a pizza, y'all. I was so proud of myself. I made me a pizza. Now, what I'm going to do is get me a whole little pizza kit from Amazon probably a week or two, right? With the pizza, the stone that you put it on, the cutter. I'm going to get me a whole little pizza situation, right? So I made a pizza. And I must say it was good. I'm proud of myself, right? If my kids was here, they'd have loved it. Because I put a lot of toppings on it. I didn't need all those toppings. So I got a 7-inch, right, regular crust from Walmart. And I had to go to Walmart because I knew Walmart would have everything I needed. I didn't want to go from store to store to store to store. So I went to Walmart, got the crust, got the pizza sauce, the mozzarella. I already had mushrooms and onions. I got some peppers. Yeah, got some. Oh, and I got some chicken. I found some good chicken by Purdue that's not frozen. I don't like that frozen chicken. It was not frozen. It was cut up. It was in a bag. It was good, y'all. And I cut it up even more and seasoned it and cooked it with the bell peppers and the onions. And then I put a garlic butter. That's what I got, some garlic butter. So I put the garlic butter. Now, on the recipe, it says olive oil. I did squirt a little olive oil on the pizza dough, but I put some garlic butter on it too. I want for seasoning, right? And then you layer your sauce, then you put your cheese, and then you put your toppings, right? I had a lot of toppings. I did it. It was a good job. Now, it was, I only could eat 2 pieces the whole day, so I'm going to eat the other part of it tomorrow, right? But when you buy the pizza crust, it comes with 2 of them in there, right? So I went to Walmart and got that today. Now, I don't know, people saying these stimuluses is dropping. I can't really tell by the traffic because where I live, folks shop out here. They shop all the time like no other, so I can't really tell. I can't really tell if they drop, just by, because I was expecting Walmart to be even more crowded than it was. I went at high noon, though. Because I wanted to watch the Prince Harry and Meghan, interview with Oprah. So I didn't leave until I watched that. Because if I had went out the house and came back, I wouldn't have wanted to watch it. So I watched that first before I went out the house. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jacquie with the Cute. Like I said, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to wear your mask. Black lives still matter. Stand up in your blackness. Stand up in your blackness, right? Know that you are a king or a queen. Know that you can do whatever you wanted to do, and you can make it happen for yourself. Make it happen for yourself. You are the designer of your destiny. And again, let me shout out my subscribers. Tracy Griffin, Traffic Jam, and Stylish Bronx Leo. All right, y'all? So anyway, now we're going to see if my remote works. See, it's always something. I'm going to have to get me a battery tomorrow. I don't want to go nowhere tomorrow, but I'm going to have to. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jacquie with a Q. Everybody have a great evening and be safe. Bye-bye. Nope, not working. Not going to work. See, it's not going to work in this time. So